of like adding a little bit of tension to the guest.
Oh, jeez.
It's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. Like put them on the spot and like try to make, this.
I'm going to put you on the spot. Maybe that's, again, well, we're so similar. It's so funny.
I'm scared.
Don't be scared. Okay, we are here with Pam. And I met Pam here at the store you walked in here with your sister.
Yes.
And we realized that we had so many similarities.
Yes.
One of them being that you have your own
podcast.
Yes.
That's right.
So we're doing a double one today. Something new, of course. So you had asked me why I started this.
Yeah.
And I had asked you why you started yours.
Yes.
So why did you start yours? Because everybody knows why I started mine, but I'll get into that because this is going on your podcast. It's going to be a little confusing, but we're good.
we're jointing this.
Yes, yes. Two hosts. We both want the spotlight. So why did you start your podcast? And I want you to say the name and everything.
Yeah. So the podcast is called In on the Conversation. So IOTC.
See, I love that name. I would have stole that from you.
You know what? It's good. I mean, it had the premise of like, inviting people in on a conversation like you do with this show as well, and just having those raw, organic, authentic, almost like unedited kind of things, and show people, that, if they're nervous, if they're whatever, or just having that, I don't know, just a free flow of information. And my friend and I, we started like Nikki and I, and we were just like, we had these really cool phone calls, and we're like, wouldn't it be fun to just hold a camera like to the phone call and just do that live?
Yeah.
And then we just went with that premise onwards. So it's just evolved, and we've had amazing guests. Bam on the show, and the synchronicities of life that just like when we're talking about this, like whoever you meet and you have this connection with, you're like, oh, I just want to talk to you.
Yes.
And then it's like, okay, well, let's do this, and then boom, mic on. Right.
And the same thing, that's why we started it, because after being here for now over 3 years, but after being here for over 2 years, I keep talking to my sister saying, oh my God, I met this girl. Oh my God, I met this girl.
Sorry, was the shop location here for 2 years?
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So we've been here for now we just did our 3-year anniversary.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So we meet so many amazing women.
Yes.
And they walk out of here.
Yeah.
And, because I'm so shy and I don't like to talk. And so by talking, we have this amazing conversation, and I get to know them, and they tell me a story, and I learn something from them, and they walk out the store, and I'm like, I can't share that with anybody. And so I thought, why not share these stories, share these women, share their experiences, and real women, real conversations, the same thing, and let people hear about it. Because I always say, if their experience is gonna change or affect or inspire even one person, then we did a good job.
Yes, I like that too. Yes. I have a lot of resonance with that.
Yeah, because it is all about that. It's like learning from other people and learning about their experiences, and it's all about just having a conversation with somebody and going, oh, I felt that way, or that happened to me. Oh, I thought I was the only one. You're like, no, you're not the only one. So that's why.
But for me, I want to acknowledge it is difficult sometimes to like carry this conversation of like something that's so raw and not feel like you're being judged or, being online, whatever, or critiqued or something that's something that I'm kind of working on. And I was just like, I really appreciate like your energy, even as soon as you walk into the shop, like family photos of like your dad and your family, and like the energy, like there's a vibrancy here, and like you're very free flowing with like your emotions and like really connecting with people and all that stuff. So one of my fascination was like, how do you cultivate like that confidence within yourself?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I think that also comes with age. I've always been. She's
22, by the way. Was that last episode, right? You're 22.
Oh yeah. We'll stick to that story.
She's reverse aging. She's reverse aging.
I'm Benjamin. You know what? I think it's just. And I hate to say it's so crass of I really just don't care, but it's one of those things where I like having conversations with people. I love meeting people. I love meeting women that are strong, confident women, and I just think that I don't care about people's opinions, and I don't care about if I do something that someone's going to critique it or someone's going to judge it.
Right.
It's like maybe that does come with age, but at my age, I'm like, this is me.
Okay.
And this is what it is. Okay. And if people accept it, they do, and if people they don't. But you know, like I said, I don't want it to sound so crass of I just don't care.
No,
but
it's not.
It's not that. It's just that I just think that once you get that attitude,
yes,
and it's
attitude
not
of gratitude.
not a confidence attitude where you come across as being conceited or come across being like, excuse the language, bitchy, but you just come across being genuine. And I think when you put that energy out into the universe, you start attracting those kind of people
into your shop, into your lives. I've been noticing that too. Like your point of attraction.
Yeah, and I guess maybe when you're a teenager, I think we go through phases where there's an insecurities, and then there's like about the way you look. Yeah. But there comes a point in life, and again, it doesn't matter whether you're in your 30s or 40s. It doesn't matter.
Or 20s.
I've met 20-year-olds that have come to that through experience in life, and they're like, you know what, this is it. Yeah. This is me. Yes. And accept it. And then they start attracting those other types of people, whether it be friendships, or whether it be relationships, like romantic relationships. Yeah. So I think once you get that confidence, then you put it out there in the universe, and that energy comes back to you.
I love that. That's a good answer. Thank you for that.
Oh, well, thank you. But I thought, okay, well, we also have the similarities of having two sisters with similar names.
Let's do a shout out.
They're both here.
Let's pan out to them. Yasmin and Jasmine. Love them.
So we also obviously had that in common, in having that we have two sisters, and you guys are very close. I mean, my sisters are very close. Yes. And so we
and both our dads passed away too, actually.
And both our fathers passed away. So I don't know whether it was the universe bringing us together, and you guys walking into that store, but and I've only seen you twice.
I know.
And it's like I've known you forever. So it's like, blah, 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 blah. Maybe we both got the gift of gab. That's why we do what we do.
There you go.
And so I thought, okay, how are we going to do this so that both of us get questions in there, because you're used to interviewing people and I'm used to interviewing people.
I know. I was like, how do you do this?
How do we do this? Because we both like the spotlight, like I said. So the only way I thought of is let's pick questions. I drew up questions.
This is so cool. I love this idea of hers. Like, it's amazing. Because I wanted to play games, and like, I'm like, this bowl of temptation is like,
what is it?
Like, what's inside?
What questions? And funny enough, I wrote them out, and I swear to you, hand to heart, I kind of forgot what I wrote.
No,
so this is gonna be as surprising to you as it is to me. So I'm gonna obviously let you pick the first question, and then we both get to answer.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, here I wanted to actually add something too. You know, when we're talking about podcasting and stuff, like, I mean, I am a social person, but this was a challenge for me, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
To do a podcast or to be here?
To do a podcast and talk to a stranger and then film it.
Wow.
And I had, like, I don't want to say a bit of not anxiety, but like it was just, it's a bit of nerves kind of to like meet new people for me. So one of my challenges was like, okay, I'm just gonna walk into my fear.
Oh, I love that.
And like I'm just gonna tape it, and I'm gonna randomly pitch people. And then even prior, it was difficult. I could get super nervous and all these things. And I thought, well, hey, you know what? If you, it's just, I don't know. It was just like the social aspect. It was tough. And then now it's
is it getting easier?
It's getting easier. Yes. It's getting easier. Like, I make friends easily. I'm personable and all that stuff too.
That surprises me a little bit.
Yeah. But this was like a bit of a challenge to kind of get out of my comfort zone. So.
Oh, I like that though. Sometimes we have to though. Sometimes we have to.
As you see, I'm trying to avoid this bowl.
You're picking a damn question, girl.
Okay.
I swear, they're nice. It's nothing personal. It's nothing to put you on the
Tom, I can't do this, Tom. Let's talk about tech, Tom.
No nerd talk here. We don't like that
stuff. All right. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is seriously, this is tough. You're gonna make me get all vulnerable and stuff. Okay, the question is, what is your dream job?
Okay, so I'll go first so you can think about that, because now that that one I kind of thought about.
Okay.
And my dream job, everything that I have done in life,
Yeah.
even in my past career as well, because I had a career for 18 years.
In which?
Working with a surgeon, actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I...
Like, how so?
I was his personal assistant, and I
gosh.
was basically the manager of all of his clinics.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I was executive assistant and executive manager as well.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed it, and it was a career, and he taught me a lot, and he's a prominent surgeon. And I actually some of that confidence I will attribute to having a job like that, because I would run my staff, and
Yeah.
I would meet with surgeons, and
Yeah.
we would do a lot of I would just do everything for him.
Oh, wow.
So a lot of that came from him. So
Okay.
I'm grateful to him for that. And then at the time, when you were saying before, when my father was passing away, I thought, I've always loved fashion and always loved doing this. So
Okay.
I thought, okay, life is too short.
Yes.
We see that.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, I'm going to do this. And I always say, at the end of the day, if I failed, at least I know I tried.
Yes.
And I try to get that message out to anybody who is starting anything.
Okay.
If you fail,
Yeah.
at least I know I tried.
Yes.
Because then there's always the regret with, I should have done that, or I could have done that. And it's like, why would I want to live with that regret?
No, that's
so
true.
this is how the store came about. And then
Okay.
this idea came about, again, like I mentioned before, about meeting women. And I thought, again, if I make a fool out of myself, if I podcast all
Blast it
this
on public social media.
on social media,
Yeah.
oh well,
Yeah.
I'm just a little fish in a very big pond, and whatever. So again, it was like, so my dream job would just be continuing doing what I love to do.
Yeah.
And it's not a specific
It's
job.
not a specific role.
No,
Okay.
I don't think it's just continuing what makes me happy.
That's okay. I love that happiness. The happiness equation.
Yeah. And it's happiness at work, but also happiness at home as well. So I think your dream job doesn't have to be a job.
Okay.
It can be even something personal as well as being at home and being with your kids.
Oh, I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So that's okay. So happiness is
Happiness is doing something that you love
okay. Okay.
at any given moment, right?
Okay. Well, that's awesome stuff.
Oh.
It's like seriously.
I don't know how that just
was-
came out of the top of my head.
What is okay? Well, this is okay. So dream job. It's interesting because I was actually contemplating that recently. Is it the thing, like a career or a job or a role that makes me happy, or is it like a state of mind or a state of being, right?
Yeah.
And I'm usually like even my sister and I, we're pretty like excitable, happy people, and we're like I take squirrel videos and it's that. And I remember like early on, even with like cousins and stuff, when we're at work, and I used to bus tables at banquets and at the hotels and stuff to
Oh,
pay
cool.
for university
Oh yeah.
and stuff like that. And I was like, I think early on in that moment, I was like, whatever I was gonna do, even if I was gonna clean a dish or pick up a cup, I was gonna do it with excellence.
Yes.
And I remember my cousin, because I gave a referral, I'm like, whatever you do, I don't care if you're sweeping the floor or whatever, just have that smile on your face, or an internal smile.
Oh,
and
I like that internal smile.
yeah, and just show up and go
Yeah.
do that thing. So I think there's a mixture of that, and then also like, because I'm a writer and I love writing, so whatever your gift or that unique expression of yours, like when I hear you talk about fashion, I'm like, that's her unique expression, that's her cosmic spark.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well, what's mine? And I know I'm really good at writing and starting to learn speaking. There's other things that we get to discover, and I think it changes after a while.
Yes.
But we're saying like follow your bliss, be your bliss.
Yeah.
Whatever you're curious about, whatever you're drawn to, let it draw you out.
Yes, perfect. No, I
So-
like that. That's good.
That's cool. Okay, that wasn't bad.
See? Now I get to ask you a question. You answer it.
Yasmin, help me, Yasmin! Get on here!
Would you prefer to travel to the past or future?
Oh, bam! Can we drop this? Let's drop that. Seriously.
I know, right? I'm so good at this.
No, we're gonna let you answer this one first.
So I think I would like to actually. I don't want to see what the future entails.
Okay, why is that?
Because I think for personal reasons, I don't want to know what my children are doing.
Okay.
I don't want, in a sense, where I want them to grow as an individual, and I want that element of surprise.
Okay.
Because I like surprises. But I think I would do the past because there's so much to learn from the past of whether it be major catastrophes that have happened in the world,
Okay.
or things that have happened in my life.
Okay.
So I would, or even just meeting people or living in an era that fascinates me, right?
Okay,
And,
yes.
and then to see, I guess, going to the past and still having the mindset of how we are today.
Yes.
You can kind of teach people and say, oh, that's not going to happen. Or don't worry, you'll be fine. You know what I mean?
That's true, yeah.
So I think that's part of it too, that you just want to like, okay, that, or if there's if we can change a big epidemic that happened, it would probably be like, the era where AIDS came out.
Okay.
And then it's about educating people ahead of time.
Yes.
So that didn't happen.
This is time traveling question.
Yeah.
I love it. It's very space-like.
I think that's why I would like the past more than and I'm not talking past like, unfortunately, I think I would be too sad to live through the slavery part of it and the Holocaust part of it. That just makes me so upset. In general, I think it's more of the little things that I would like to see.
Yes. Well, that was okay. That was good, man.
Big fat answer.
Yeah. Yes.
You know what? No one's ever asked me that question either. That just came out, anyways. And I swear I never thought of these before. I was just writing them. Oh my gosh, she's coming.
She channeled it. She channeled it. Here we go. Okay, so would you prefer to travel to the past or future? This is interesting. I'm gonna go like all quantum entanglement and mechanics on this.
I know you are. I knew you were gonna go that way.
I'm like, oh, this is so good because science and quantum physics are starting to say that the past, present, future are all like simultaneously existing. So with that being said, it kind of really changes like this multi-dimensional, like we're multi-dimensional, multifaceted, right? And if it all exists at the same time, then that means all the power is in the now. And that means a 5-year version future self of Pam exists, and then a past year also exists, but people think the past is so static, like unchanging? And it's not, because you can talk to your past self, because there's people who talk to their little Pam.
Yeah.
Or little, you know what I mean? Like
cute,
the little girl or little inner boy inside of them, and they do like I love you. You're brave. You're strong. And Jen and I were talking about this, how you can even send energies and love into areas of your life that may have been traumatic, or experiences that were difficult and challenging, and to look at it through a new perspective, you are changing the past.
Yeah.
So with that, and then there are exercises that I do as well where I'm like, okay, like I'm sitting here now with you, and then I know that there was a 5-year version of Pam who's done this and recorded many episodes, and who's already developed the skill set to actually nurture this Pam now.
Oh, I love that.
So I'll do writing exercises, and I'll tap into like the 5-year self Pam, and usually the answers are usually, like they're quick or short, and they're like, they'll be like, get over it, or like,
that's a good one.
Right?
T-shirt. Get over it.
And you're doing great, or you're gonna make it through this. This too shall pass. So it's
this
like
too shall pass. Yeah.
This too shall pass, and it's like tapping into your like your inner wisdom, and part of me is like, I want to get into like the whole Star Trek stuff, because it's like
I want to travel in that little spaceship like the Jetsons.
Right? Yeah. That's like that.
You do Star Trek,
awesome.
I do the Jetsons. I go to the Jetsons.
I love it.
How Star Trekky am I?
Yeah.
I'm not. I've never watched one episode. I'll tell you that much right now.
You know what though? I mean, it's brilliant with like the Jetsons though, because he only worked like a 3-hour work week, did he not? And
I know, we want that. 3-hour work
I
week.
want a robot, and I want my dishes like to collapse. Like, who wants to do dishes?
I want somebody. Yeah. Yes, Maya. What did you like?
Yeah. Like artificial intelligence will be in full rampage then. But yeah, like I totally see futures like that. I think it's brilliant, and I think there's still a way to incorporate humaneness in that.
Yes.
And build relationships, because we were talking about on the show how loneliness was a factor for like it. You would think it was for like an age group of like teens to like mid-20s, and I was like, wow, that's so weird because of technology and things like that. And I was like, you know, we are going into like a very technologically advanced future, and like things are growing so exponentially. It's like, how do we still incorporate humaneness and humanity
by this
with like actually physically meeting somebody? But
please,
I know. And I was talking to somebody too. I was like, it's nice to see people on Facebook. You know, you talk to people you've never met before, but it's another thing to like sit and talk with them and feel them and touch them you know what I mean?
Kids have like this lack of being personable and looking into someone's eyes and talking to them.
Yes, that's
and
true.
Because of eye contact and communication skills that are so important. Parents, teach your children these things.
Yes.
Look at someone in the eye when you're talking to them, and let them know how to have a conversation.
Yes.
And ask people, how are you?
Yeah,
the simple as that.
That is so
okay.
true.
We can't go into a rant because you know I will. Okay, I want the next question. So we can do that. That's another episode. Oh, it drives me crazy. Okay. Okay, this is a good one.
Okay.
Who do you admire?
Oh, what? What?
Oh, I don't even know that one. Okay, I like to think too.
One.
Yeah. Who do you admire? God, I should have thought about these questions before I wrote them
I know, like you got on the edge here.
I admire any woman, and I don't want to just exclude men. I don't want to do that. So I would say then, let me correct that.
Okay.
I admire anybody, man or woman, that are strong, confident, that know what their self-worth is.
Oh, serious?
That is it. Know your self-worth. I don't care what you do.
Okay.
I don't care if you're a president of whatever. I don't care if you're a president of the country or prime minister because we live here. I don't care what you do. Just know your self-worth.
Okay, I need you to expand on that, because we hear self-worth and self-love almost like a buzzword.
Yes,
nowadays.
It is a buzzword, and people take it. People just say it because it's so cool to
it's like
say.
self-worth. But what is that?
Knowing what you mean.
Okay.
But knowing what you mean to yourself.
Okay.
I don't care what I mean to my husband or my children.
She didn't mean that, Tom.
No, it's true though, because I know that if I know my self-worth, then they will see that.
Oh, okay.
And they will learn from that.
Yes.
And hopefully I mean, I don't want to say that my mom or my dad wasn't someone that I admire, but you admire people that are strong and know their self-worth. So it's not just being one person, it's just being anybody out there.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I would like to say, I admire, this celebrity, but no, I don't admire that celebrity. I don't know that celebrity.
I
don't live in that world.
Yes.
I don't live in the Kim Kardashian world where people admire her or the other people, the J-Lo, even though I absolutely love her, I don't admire her in a sense, or I don't know her.
Yeah.
I don't know if she has that confidence or that self-worth that's
interesting. That's a brilliant perspective. That adds a new layer to the conversation.
Yeah.
Because no one really talks about that.
Yeah.
Like the public persona and then the personal, when you actually sit down and, know them at that I don't know what that's called, but like just really getting to know the day-to-day version.
Yeah, there's just who they are. Like and I don't think that anybody's self-worth should be defined by somebody else. My self-worth is defined of what I give myself.
That's why you made the connection earlier with with your husband or whoever, your kids or whatever. It was just independent of you.
Yes.
Your autonomy.
Yeah.
And then that example.
I would want them to know their self-worth.
Right.
Because then that person, whether it be from me or from anybody else, they will be admired.
That's awesome. And then that chain continues.
Then that chain continues.
Oh, bam!
I'm sorry.
That's so good.
I just got that one too. Well, it's true. I always say that. I try to live from what I preach. I don't do it all the time. There's not a halo or anything on top of me. Like, we all make mistakes. We all do things that we think, I shouldn't have done that, or we'll say something that's like, that's not what I kind of stand for or whatever. But and I say this to my girlfriends too when they're dating or whatever. I'm just know your self-worth.
Yes.
What are you worth? I'm worth a lot more than if it's a dating thing about how this guy's treating me.
But why is that such a challenge? Like self-worth you would think is such an innate quality. And then people, like, dating is a perfect example. And then you not automatically, but many people compromise that. right?
A lot of people tell me.
Yeah.
I don't know if men compromise that, and I'll ask when we do our podcast
Yes.
with our
It's a good one.
gentleman. I'll see what he says.
Yes.
Because that's for a guy to answer. But I don't know why women do that, and that's one thing that they shouldn't do. And you're right. I think right now it's such a buzzword and such a hashtag.
Yes.
And it's like, you know what? Learn it first.
Okay.
And but you know what? At the end of the day, people see through that too. At the end of the day, people see
like
through,
if they're putting a front for self-worth, it's like, oh, I love myself, I love
yeah. And it's like, you know what? Like, it's okay to say, oh my God, I feel like crap today. It's okay to say, oh my God, look at I got this zit. Or it's okay to say, oh my God, I feel so fat. That's not what I mean by always walking around going, oh my God, I'm so beautiful. That's not self-worth. It's just knowing what self-worth is, knowing your faults, knowing what your flaws are, knowing what but also knowing the beauty inside of you.
Yes.
Yeah, because we all not perfect.
Yes.
So no, that's what I mean by self-worth. What your core is.
Seriously, I really like that, because it's like, now we're touching upon, like, not many people post on social media about, like, their things that they're not happy with, but it's starting to change.
It's starting to change a lot.
People are doing that
a lot. And okay, so here's me being devil's advocate, because I am.
Okay.
It's like, okay, are people doing that now because it's the cool thing to do?
Oh,
again, be genuine about it.
Right.
If you're gonna post, oh my God, look at my real body.
Yes.
Okay, but then don't their next post shouldn't be something that has a filter on it.
Okay.
Because if you look through Instagram, you're like, okay, you posted what your stretch marks are, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But then do that continuously.
Yes.
Don't do it like, and then the next post is like, oh look, I'm on the cover, and look at all the filters that I use to make my lips a lot bigger. It's like, okay, that's what I mean by people seeing through that. Don't see through that.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah, and that's why I say to people too, when we do our photos here, it's like we don't edit them. We put like we put our logo on it or whatever, but who does them for us, don't edit it. Because when people walking through that door, they're gonna say, okay, that's not you. And they say that because I don't walk around like this. When they walk in the door, my hair is in a bun, I have no makeup on, and I'm usually not in heels. I'm in like little running shoes. But I want, and I say to people, that's just a picture.
Yes.
That's a picture.
Yeah, I know that's true. That's okay. That's really
even
good.
though it's not edited. This is still me. I can't edit this. I can't edit this podcast.
Yes.
I can't put filters on it. This is what we look like. Yeah. Beautiful us. Anyways.
Thanks. No, I appreciate that. I mean, I do, we're talking about filters, you're right. Like there's almost like there's a vibrancy with, like colors and things like that too. And, like one of the hardest things actually for this podcast that I had to deal with was my acne.
Yeah.
It was really tough. And, it was like 20, my hormones came on, and I was just like, boom. Oh. It's like, you got acne.
Yeah.
And it was a journey. It was such a journey. And I recently had to write a love letter to it to be okay.
Oh, I love that.
It was a friend mentioned it, and I was like, okay, I'll do that. And he basically said, think about the times that your acne had to take you out for doctor's appointments, and the people you would have met now that you've gone out because of it.
Yeah.
And self-love, and also acceptance, and doing all these things. So I do have filters sometimes, and this and that, and I have makeup on, and then sometimes
I do too.
Yeah, it's like it's like, do the thing that makes you feel good and makes you feel beautiful.
Yeah, exactly.
So
and I say this to women too, because when they're trying on clothes, they always like, oh my God, my arms are this. And oh my God, it looks
like
so
right
fat.
away.
We all do that right away. But the thing is that even you talking about your acne, I don't see. But I don't see that.
Get out.
I see you.
That's okay.
Okay. Don't cry. Oh, your turn. The
mysterious bowls.
Okay, we'll do one more.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
And we'll continue this. You'll come back on because we have so much fun.
Oh, this is a long one.
Oh, what was this one?
The question is, if you can interview anyone, living or dead, who would it be?
No, I'm no one special. But thank you.
I've done my answer.
Okay, well there you go. Next question.
Oh gosh.
I don't know. Who would I interview? I mean, I would interview. I would love to interview J-Lo, because I'm just like.
We were talking about her too. My sister loved it as well.
Yeah, I loved it.
And she's got hustle mentality.
She does.
Like from I think she's from the Bronx, right? And she started off with dance school and just took the 6, which she named her record after.
Yeah.
And it was that hustle mentality that she was like, I'm gonna do this.
But if you were able to, someone said, okay, Pam, you could interview anybody you want.
You know what? Okay, so
you must have thought about this.
You're
doing this. You're doing podcasts, and you're like, okay, who would I want to interview?
I want to interview. Okay, so it's like I actually wrote this in my high school yearbook too. Like Mother Teresa.
Yes.
Gandhi.
Oh my God, that was my answer.
Yeah,
that was my answer. That was my answer. I promise you.
Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Maya Angelou. Like I want to. Like
all the people that you would sit there and just go.
Like, wow.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, you're right.
Like, wow. You came in this earth and you just started this movement and, like, this heart-centered movement of, like, really connecting with people. Like, I don't know. I don't have a word for that. And Nelson Mandela. Like, come on.
Yeah, all the people that have made a difference.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
That would be it.
That would be it.
Are we still doing it?
We'll do 2 couple more. Yeah, we're good. Who or what is the love of your life?
What? It ends now. This is done. We are done. Tom, cut the camera. Cut the camera. Okay, do we have a match? Can we burn that question?
No. Who is the? Oh, I know.
That's a vulnerable. Like get up in there.
I know. Okay, think about that. What's the last one here? Okay, I will say. Okay, maybe this will put perspective. Who or what is the love of my life?
Yes.
I would say who would be my children.
Okay.
And you're probably thinking, oh, why wouldn't she say her husband? Mm-hmm. Because I'm going to start crying. Because it's my children, and he knows that.
Oh, yes. Serious.
It is my children. And then what is the love of my life is knowing that they are, including my husband, are in my life.
That's beautiful.
Because if I have nothing else, I have them. That's it. Simple, easy. That was
it. Okay.
And maybe my shoe and dress collection.
There's some love right there.
I love my stuff. I love it.
Oh gosh. That's really interesting. I love that because you took the perspective of love and you deconstructed it out of like romantic as well, and you involved like your children in that general like unconditional love.
But I think we both have this in common is our in general is our family.
Yeah,
and just our family, because my sisters, my mom, my dad even has passed away. Anybody that, because at the end of the day, it doesn't become material. It's who is in your life.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And so I think that's not a who or what. Yeah, there's all the material things that we love. Oh my God, I love this pair of shoes and I love this or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's, at the end of the day, it's our family. And I think that's what drew us together with having our sisters here as well.
Yes.
Is our families.
Yes.
Those are our loves.
That's so well said. Well, she answered that question.
See, there you go. Oh shoot, what was our last one? Did you pick the last one? Okay.
Well,
I was like, all right.
Okay, let me add something with that too. With the families, because you're right, with like, siblings and like my dad, and I think about, that baseline and parents and all that. I think part of me too was like, I had to learn like self-love at like, it was tough. And I think the pivotal moment was like when my coming out process. Mm-hmm. And it was so bad.
Oh.
It was really tough for me. And I had a lot of criticism, self-criticism, and negative belief systems and things like that. And it was just, it was tough. And then it was a process of like getting to know myself and this new version of me that always kind of existed.
Because
and, like,
you were hiding for a little while.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
I always admire people. Sorry, not to go off topic. No. But I always admire people that do come out.
Yes. Well, I know the term "come out" too as well. Yeah. It's basically like, but your butterfly effect. You're saying like, this is who I am.
And again, it goes back to what we were saying. It's just knowing your self-worth. And it happened later, but you know it now. You know what, this is me.
Yeah.
And you know what, and I'm gonna, and it's Oh my God, that's such a moment. That's such a moment. It's, you have to admire. Okay, if I'm going to admire someone just at this particular moment, it's admiring you by being able to say that and being able to come out and being brave enough, because hopefully that message, whoever is watching this, again, if it affects one person, then we did something right.
Yeah.
That it is the hardest thing that you would ever have to do.
It wasn't glamorous. It wasn't like, you know, unicorns and rainbows and whatever. It was, and I'll be frank about this, it was me, like, I wanted to vomit and like pulled my hair to the side, and I was like, oh my God, like this was so tough for me to accept that version of myself. And then the culture and the community as well, you know, it's not as talked about, and it was like, oh my God, how am I gonna do this? And it was, and then, you know, when you have that realization moment, then the people who help nurture you start to show up, right, in the universe, and they have your back, and then they teach you about meditation and self-acceptance and value and self-worth and really getting to know yourself. So once I started to love myself that way, then that's how I attract people in my life. But that's the first time I said that on camera, and it had to be on this show. Seriously. So
because
thank you
we have that energy
for holding that space for me.
Yeah,
so I appreciate that.
I do. I'm very thankful for being here. I don't think we have another one, do we? Or did you have it in your hand?
No,
it's
I
it.
think that's,
No,
I think that's it, right?
Oh no, this one.
No, we did that.
Oh,
I think that was the last one.
that's it. We're done.
Yeah, like that's boom. That's it. Thank you so much, Maya, for being on the show.
And thank you, Pam, for being on this show.
That's it. That's a wrap.
Give me a-
Thank you so much.
That was awesome. Thank you so much for being here.
That was so cool. This is so much fun. I love that.
easy.
Wow.
That was easy.
Yeah, right.
A couple of tears, a